Seb,
Yes.
how you doing? You well?
I'm good. I'm very well.
Always a pleasure to sit down with you, sir. Always
Likewise.
We're here to talk about your latest project, or one of your latest projects anyway. I know you're working on multiple endeavours. The first scene of the first episode,
Yes.
right, was so loaded with detail. Seb, I love your work, right? And obviously, you know, you're delivering Abby's kind of vision and creation here, but the music, the subject matter, black hair industry, not being able to finance a business even when black businesses can make money, black models and the issues that they face. And the final question that was asked before the credits even cut in, you know, like I said, it was so loaded. I think it was like 2 minutes and 29 seconds, right? That it kind of just made me really pause and think about, you know, what I'm watching here.
Yeah.
You know, so, as I said, it's Abby Ajay's baby. You directed it. For those who haven't been in the loop, you know, tell us what Riches is all about.
Well, Riches explores like a powerful story between like a family that are kind of how can I explain it? That their life kind of turns a bit upside down when the father passes, but it explores that all through like his business and the family dynamics that they have. And it was just a story that I was really drawn to when Abby came to me with it, because I thought that it explores you know, like British culture, African culture, as well as like, you know, like the American side all in one, and it was something like really refreshing for me. So
yeah, we'll get into cultural nuance and kind of how you guys have depicted that really, really well. What's being part of this whole ITVX rollout like for you though, just from a very personal point of view? Because it's all, you know, all singing, all dancing, big budget, high profile, and your, you know, kind of contribution is being rolled out amongst, you know, all the rest. What does that mean to you personally at this stage of your career?
To what?
To be a part of this rollout, because it's obviously a big thing.
Yeah, no, I think it's amazing, man. Like think of it, Joel. I started on YouTube, man. Mm-hmm. Like this journey, you've been supporting me through the beginning of my journey, you know, where I was just making videos on YouTube by myself with my own little camera, and not knowing what I was doing at times, you know, like and not knowing the difference between what a director is as well as you know, a camera operator, and to now be involved in, you know, a big drama like this is just like it's an amazing feeling, and it just shows that, you know, like when you stay on that path, you know, you will eventually get there with, like, you know, like there's a lot of hard work and luck and faith and all of that put into it as well. But I think to be a part of this project was really powerful, obviously because of what the project means, but also just the rollout. Hopefully being part of this just makes it easier for other people to make content like this, you know, and I think that's what it's about for me, you know, like being part of growth within the industry, as well as making stuff that I'm proud of as well, you know.
The cast is it's a nice mix of familiar and newer faces.
Yeah.
Talk about working on set. I'd imagine that was quite exciting and full of incident each time you guys got together. What was it like?
Man, I really enjoyed being on set. Like, I worked with a lot of really experienced people, like Hugh, and like I think that experience in itself taught me a lot about, you know, how people work, how different types of actors work, and a lot of the time it's not even just down to experience, it's just down to people and how different people are. And usually, obviously, with experience there comes other things, like they know how a set runs and how to and how things should be done. But I mean, other than that, it was really fun, and I think it was, you know, it was a predominantly black cast. A lot of people I shared journeys with. So, for example, Neka, she was in my first short film, Illegal Activity. And, you know, she, like being on that journey with her, from, you know, doing stuff online, and then being part of this project was great. Also just just working with people like Deborah, and seeing how great she is on camera, and how she uses a camera, and how she how powerful her presence is as like as a woman, but as well as an actor, and how she owns her space. I think all these kind of experiences and different ways of working that people have always influenced me as a director moving forward, and teach me how to kind of move with other people. So I think it was great.
No, it's interesting because you stole my next question really, so I'll just remix it, because you're still very much in the infant stage of your directing career. You kind of touched on a load of experience that you have.
Yeah.
But in terms of being where you want to be, I guess you're still quite early, right?
I guess so. It depends, because like I think I've done like maybe 1, 2, 3. I'm on my 4th show now. So like it's growing. It is growing, but they've all been very different. So like the first one was like a web series, then I've done a comedy, then a drama, and now I'm working on like a drama sci-fi type of show. But it is, in terms of my journey, I do see there's a lot more that I want to do.
But that's what I'm asking, because how do you find the balance with regards to the more experienced actors that you've got in this cast, allowing them to shape and mold a character and bring all of their experience to the table, as opposed to you steering that? I guess what was that, finding that balance like for you, and what was it like in specifically reference to?
Oh well, as a director, you do steer it. Like it doesn't. I think it doesn't like experience. So, in terms of my experience with working with actors, I would say I've had over like 12 years of working with actors, like working with actors very closely. So, I feel like I understand the language of actors. Well, I try to anyway, right? But when it comes to steering, it is, I think the balance becomes one where, for me, it's like the best idea wins. Like it's not about egos, and it's not about me trying to enforce an idea or someone else trying to enforce an idea. If something isn't working, a lot of the times, like you find it together, and there's a lot of trust that needs to be built, where on my part and on the actor's side. And a lot of these experienced actors, they know they can know very quickly if they can trust you as a director.
Right.
So
it's winning.
That's why it's very important. Yes. So winning people's trust, or I don't know if it's winning, but having people's trust is very important. So there's certain things that you would do, or certain ways of working that I think I have found effective to gain people's trust in you, and then they can trust your choices and trust your judgment, and then from there it's a collaboration. To be honest,
My mum watched it before me.
Oh, is it?
She really did, and I was really surprised. It was a random conversation as well. And she was like, "Have you seen Riches?" And I was like,
"Oh, amazing!
About Riches? You know about that?" I had to remind her who you were in our journey, but then she was really proud.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Really
Thank you.
She said there weren't enough episodes. She was frustrated about.
My mum thought the same thing. Right?
Yeah. She wants more. So she was. I asked her what she thought about it. She was like, it was refreshing because she hasn't seen too much on British TV like that. Yeah. Right. So I guess the question to you is: has there been anything like this in your opinion? Is this breaking new ground in that respect? I feel it.
I don't like to be the person that says that type of stuff, but I feel like it really is though. We don't have a lot of shows with a predominantly black cast in the UK, especially, and I think the subject matter, like an affluent black family, and it being, I feel like the story is very specific to black culture and stuff, but it's very universal as well, and I think all of that is for me, that's what really drew me to it. I was just like, I haven't seen anything like this here, and I want to be a part of it. So yeah, to answer your question, I do feel like it's something different, and hopefully there's more things like this or not like this, or just things that are different coming out. you know.
Again, for me, what was nice about it was Abby's work, how you deliver it, the attention to detail, the highlighting of cultural nuance, the flitting between English and Nigerian, the battles between the black US and the black British. It was done right though. It wasn't forced, you know, it was seemingly organic, definitely authentic. I speak on the importance of, you know, shows encapsulating that energy.
Yeah, I think that's definitely really important, like to have that energy in there, and I think the way we got that energy was by, you know, number one, casting people that really care about this story, but also brought their as I said, trust builds things in a way where you feel the authenticity, such as people being able to say, can I add Yoruba in here? Like, can I do this? Can I do that? Oh, I don't think we, like, even when on some scenes that I was not directing, I know there were things around, you know, like jollof rice or something, and it not being the right kind of jollof rice. And that one of the actresses request was able to be in an environment where she feels comfortable to say, can you get me jollof rice that looks like jollof rice, because I can't cook this on screen. My family will cuss me. Do you get what I mean? But I mean, it's little choices like that, but also people felt really comfortable and really passionate about every little element of the show, and we felt like we could say something and do something to make that happen. And it comes from, you know, Abby's vision initially with the writing, but then, you know, there's my vision as a director, there's the actor's visions, art director's vision, costume, everything comes together. But I think on the face of it was just like people that were passionate about the story that they were telling, man.
I'll allude to your journey pretty much every time we sit down and speak, because it's one that I think, you know, should be held up for people to emulate, not necessarily copy, just as a blueprint, you know. It encompasses all of the ingredients. I'm not surprised you are where you are. I know you like to get lost in your creativity though.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm wondering how you strike a balance with that, and obviously pairing it with a platform like ITVX, which is very structured and very deliberate about who they're targeting.
Yeah.
And, you know, juxtaposed with the responsibility of your output.
Yeah.
Right? And quality of work, producing quality of work that will last the test of time.
Yeah.
It's a lot, isn't it? So,
no, I completely, I hear what you're saying, and I think that there's loads of different factors to that. I think number one, like in the TV, with TV, firstly, like that's Abby's baby with the script, so she's already had those creative discussions with ITV to get it in a particular place. And then I come in, I also equally have a vision, which is, you know, starting with Abby's and then bringing it to life. The DP kind of brings mine to life. But I mean, throughout that whole journey, it's like, it's something that I've had to learn how to work within the TV, I guess, I don't want to say parameters, but just the way TV works. It's not like when I was on YouTube and you could just do anything, you know, where I didn't have to answer to anybody and I could just make whatever I wanted, how I wanted, put whatever music and do this and do that, get whatever actor, no permission. But I mean, when you're working in TV, obviously there's loads of voices, loads of people that have a creative vision, and it's just about trying to find a way to streamline that and make the closest thing that you can towards the vision that you want as well. But you know, it's everything coming at once, and you just need to, I think you just learn to find ways to navigate and make that work, you know. But I think you would never, because there's so many people involved, you can never just get just your, I don't think you can get your vision unless you're, you know, writer, creator, this, that, and, you know. But I mean, in terms of Riches, yeah, like we just everyone just worked together to get as close as they can to the vision that they wanted, really.
Well,
yeah.
You know, whatever the ingredients that contributed to the amalgamation of creativity that's brought about Riches, you've delivered, and obviously we're sitting down with you here now, so I want to know,
Yeah.
Favourite episode?
Favourite episode?
To work on, if you don't want to say to watch.
No, so I done 1 and 2, episode 1 and 2, and I would say out of 1 and 2, my favourite would be 1. As a season, I really enjoyed episode 6 because of some of the twists and turns that came. But you know, like it'll be hard for me to pinpoint. It just feels like it's like a family project, so it's hard to pinpoint. But I really enjoyed 1.
Reasons why there should be another series set.
Reasons why? Well,
speak it, Seb.
No, I think as we were talking about, I think it is an important project, an important story, and I would love to see that journey continue for the actors, for Abby, but also just for the audience that it's reaching, like for my family as well, like in terms of people like my family. My mum just felt like, I feel like a lot of people felt seen through the project with how it touches on culture, especially within the UK, and you know how close we are to African and Caribbean heritage, and how that was just kind of put in there. I feel like for that reason, I would like there to be for the story to continue, so we can explore more nuances and more things throughout the season. But also, I want to find out what's happening after 6, you know, because I'm in the same place as you guys. I don't know what's happening, but I'll be really interested to see where Abby's storytelling takes us. Yeah.
I guess you could probably speak on everyone, right? In terms of working with them and experiences along the way of shooting. But one person I want to shout out particularly is obviously Jordan Dunn, making her acting. Making her acting debut. So that is you and her career synonymous forever now. You know? Do you know what I mean? She's done so much in her career already. Just speak on the fact that she's made this step and just how much it takes to kind of be brave enough.
I think it's amazing, and she's like she's with Identity Agency Group, so like I work really closely with Identity I've worked with them for years, like doing some like work for their actors and stuff, so they're like family, and like to have someone that's gone through that kind of, I'm not sure if she went to the drama school, I'm pretty sure she did, but to have someone that has gone through, you know, that family, and it just felt it felt like having someone from family on set, even though I don't even know her like that, to be honest. But I mean, for her, I think it was really great to take that step into acting, and I think she done really well. And I'm really excited just to see where she takes it next, you know, like and what she does with her career, because it's just a really exciting time right now, like so I think it was really good working with her.
Sebastian, it's been a pleasure talking to you, my brother. Really
nice one.
Appreciate your time as
Thank
always.
you.
Congrats
Thank you for having me
on Riches, and I know there's more to come, so good luck for the rest of 2023.
Nice one. Thank you for having me. Nice one.